Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, Leos. Good afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. I'm back in my leather shop, guys. You guys like that? I've been getting comments that people like me in my leather shop. I think that's funny. By the way, if you see this big pile here next to me, I can't move it. These are a whole pile of horse blankets that I have to work on today. So bear with this big green mountain. All right. So I get to play with you guys first, though. So we're going to do this reading. This is going to be from October 4th through the 10th. Wow, we're in October. We just had a new moon. Okay, this is being recorded on the 29th. So we haven't hit that new moon. So if you're watching this before the new moon is on the 2nd. Lots of energies going on. I left the full moon reading up there because you guys, that full moon is playing all the way into the full moon, even into the first couple of weeks, due to the Mercury retrograde and some of the planets that are moving around up there. So I am going to try to do a reading for the new moon. It probably will be pre-recorded just because of my schedule. If you haven't watched the announcements, if you are a returning viewer, watch the announcements. If you're new, please go watch the announcements if you like to watch lives. My lives are probably going to be on Wednesdays and sometimes Sundays for a little bit just because of my schedule. Those are the only 2 days I'm going to be doing lives unless I can come on, get an early shift, and then I'm coming on at night. So I don't like to come on at night because my energies are a little bit low. But that's the announcements for today. I will be having some other announcements coming up here. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the all notification. That's really important. I didn't know that if you don't hit the all, then what happens is you only get whatever YouTube wants to send you. So make sure that you do that. And I'm glad to be back. It has been sort of crazy. So you're going to see me in the leather shop sometimes and sometimes in the office. We're sharing the office for school now. So it just is going to depend on what's going on. So let's get started to your reading, guys. Crazy times. I am going to do the normal reading, and then I'm going to pull a past, because for most of you that have watched, you know how I do it. But for the new people, I pull a oracle for the divine, whatever his message is to you, whatever you've been asking the universe or God. This is your message to you to get your answers that you're looking for. I pull a current energy, future energy, but I am going to pull a separate card for the past, current, in the last 3 to 6 months because definitely there's a lot of low vibrations, and we know that because of the world kind of a thing going on. So anyway, so let's get going with your reading here. I'm going to pump this out, get your cards out, and then we'll get started here. Okay, I'm going to do your past card here. And for those that are watching that have watched me, this is definitely a little different. Just because of time frame, I want to get these all out, get your full message out. And two, I'm going to be making an announcement here before, hopefully it's up to Divine, the 15th of October. I have a new channel coming up, and Divine's directing me in a direction, and I'll share that on the next announcement. So please make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. That came in reverse. Okay, so Divine's message to you guys today is that it's quieting the mind. And what he means is be still, okay? Because you're going through something you cannot hear. Why is that giving me a warning? Please check video current resolution is... Oh, hey, if anybody is on, can you let me know if I'm coming in clear? If I'm not coming in clear, please make a comment, because this is a new computer. As if you watch the announcements, my other computer crashed. So I'm definitely coming in a lower resolution apparently. So is it fuzzy is what I need to know. Let me try something. I'm going to stop this just for a second. And then I'm going to come right back. Let me try something. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. So I don't know if that's helped or not. So if you are out there, let me know if I'm coming in blurry because this new computer, I am not really liking it, and it might go back to the company. So let me know, please. I would appreciate it. Just let me know if I have come in blurry. Please put it in the comments. I will check it after the video, but this will help me. Um, to see if I'm coming in. Anyway, hopefully you can. Hopefully I'm not that blurry, but I will check it for between the next reading. Okay, so I apologize for that. So quieting the mind, making sure that you're being still, making sure that you're paying attention to what's going on around you. It's time to be quiet for a second. The reason is that you cannot hear divine, you cannot hear God, you cannot hear the second dimension or the angelic realm if they're trying to send you messages back and forth. If you're always busy and your mind is always busy, because it's like when you have a room full of people and it's really noisy, you cannot hear maybe a speaker. So you tell everybody to be quiet so that you can hear the speaker and hear what they've said. That's the same thing as divine. So this is the number 5. For somebody, it is very hard for you to sit and be still. It is very, very hard for you to sit and be still. So this is a time where you just need to really buckle down and learn that skill. Okay. Because apparently with your current energy, we have number 9 in the front, going in the front. And that means that it's intense or something might be ending, coming to an end. And of course, that's sad when something comes to an ending. So we've got 2 energies here. One that is something is ending, about to end, and you're not really happy about it. But you know what? We always have lessons to learn from. So we have to embrace that and thank that for something ending because it is bringing us to a higher level. Okay. The other energy is that it is something really is in front of you. You don't like it. It's not something you really have pleasure. This is Mercury energy, Mercury planet energy, the retrograde energy. I've already witnessed it twice where I've had to have really tough conversations, but I'm really glad I had them because then I went to the next level in that relationship. I know where I stood. One way didn't go, and I had a little bit of a sad embrace. But the thing is, I knew right where I stood then. It's not comfortable. These are not comfortable energies. It's not comfortable to be quiet and listen. And it's also about your path. This is your future energy. This is about your path you're going, where you've been, where you're going to go, and are you going to bring the past with you? The talisman already knows about the journeys, been some journeys, has some experiences, knows where he wants to go, what he wants to do. Um, Definitely and it is a sort of a straight road, but not a real straight road because we always have twists and turns in our journey. Always. That's never going to change. It's how you handle those twists and turns, how those are going to happen. Now, your past card, your current past card for the last 3 to 6 months, you've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So things for financial reasons have not been really good for some of you. I don't know what it is. However, if to get this unreversed, we have to look at what we're doing with our financial status. And that might be why the sad embrace. Things aren't going the way that you wanted, or things are repeating, patterns are repeating financially, which is really, really hard. That is an old way of thinking. We got to drop that old self and get a new self. We have to look in get out of the secular way of thinking and get into the spiritual way of thinking, because that is going to change how you prioritize your things in your life, like money, like people, and maybe your job or whatever it is. So this again, this your past energy is financially screwing you up, and that is because of the way that you're processing what is important and what is not. It's sort of like when I was homeless, I went from homeless to a business owner in a year. When I was homeless, I had to learn to buy out of needs, not wants, because I was buying out of wants before, which got me into the predicament of where I was. And so I had to look at that and pay attention to that. All right. What I really like in your reading, 6 of Wands, is the first card out. Definitely something that is a victory. This is going to turn around. This is going to happen. This is the Mercury retrograde energy coming through. It is a struggle to get through it, but you will get through it. And this is the victory that you have. All right. We do have one of you guys, or many of you guys out there, Leos, that you're pessimistic rather than optimistic. You look at the negative, you look at what's empty, it's what you don't have, what you wished you had, and that's where you get in trouble, especially if you have a bunch of credit cards. or even one or two credit cards. Are they maxed out? Then there's a problem. Okay, that's the problem. Is you're looking at everything and you're trying to fill yourself up with financial or material things that actually you really need to look at that and why you're doing that. Okay, but definitely filling yourself up where it is um, more of a secular way of thinking. Two of Swords, there's some type of decision that is coming, or that is having to be made, I think it's about work and about money. Things are going to have to be, but remember, your first card out is a victory card. So this is a really good thing. We have the decision, and you're working it, you're getting through the process. Somebody is getting through the process. And it's not easy. Again, if you quiet your mind, you're going to hear what you're supposed to do, which way you're supposed to be guided. And yeah, you might not like it, but you're getting your ducks in a row. You're making sure that things are in alignment for prosperity, for success, for things like that. Sacrificing is just part of that. Unfortunately, that's something that we have to do. And you have to, there, as far as the judgment, that's you judging yourself. This is sort of an analyzing time. Is the Hermit here? No, the Hermit is not here. However, this is an analyzing time, Leos, because what you want to do is that you need to really look at what you're putting. Sort of look at this as your ducks in a row. What is it? What is it that you're prioritizing in your life? Is it work? Is it family? Is it health? Whatever it is. And how are you managing that? Okay, how are you doing that? How are you managing that? It is also meaning that maybe your work needs to change as well. You have to look at, is your work being productive? Is it keeping you positive in a high vibration, full of love, full of joy? Are you enjoying your work? Nobody likes to go into work, really. However, what I do here in the leather shop, I love it. It's not even work. Okay. So one of my jobs out of my two is that I enjoy it. The other one is my financial stability. Do I hate that job? No, I don't. I find something that I can enjoy, something that is going to bring me financial stability that maybe I'm not going to 100% grow in because if I want to, but the thing is I could. They've already talked about it, but I'm like, I really am happy where I'm at. I really don't want to grow beyond where I am. However, maybe that'll change if divine wants me to. But what I'm trying to say is that you have to look at what you're doing with your work and make sure that you're getting things aligned where you want them to go, that you don't hate your job, that you're not grumbled going into it, that you're not bringing low vibrations into it, because your karmic cycle is just going to keep going over and over and over, and you're going to pick those things. We have the King of Swords and the High Priestess side by side, and the King of Swords is looking at the High Priestess. I love that the High Priestess is the final card, but it is also your challenge card. And I'll tell you in a minute, because it's next to the Six of Wands, victory. Okay. So your first card, your last card out. The reason why I said that your High Priestess card is your challenge card is because somebody is definitely secular, more earthbound, more material, doesn't believe so much in divine, doesn't believe in God, or could be an atheist, could be somebody who is just anti-God. I have found in my walk in these last couple of weeks that because of my new channel that'll be coming out, that very, very much against God. Very much. And if they are against God, and I ask them why, and no offense to other people and their religions out there, but they've had a bad experience with one particular religion. And it's not a it's not a relationship, but it is one particular religion that I grew up with. And if you know me, you'll know which one it is. But the thing is that they've had a bad experience in that, and it was shoved down their throat, and it gave them a bad sour taste in their mouth, which is really sad because that's religion. It is not a relationship. So this person here is having a very, very big struggle in accepting God or divine. Okay. So I don't know who that is. And if you are, it's a relationship. It's not a religion. This is the thing. It's not a religion. So if this is something that you are struggling with and you have questions about, please email me. I love your emails. I love them. So please email me about that. Okay. So we know that your past is having problems financially in that struggle. Oh shoot, I didn't bring any more deck out. I'm gonna have to use this card and this deck. I'm still unpacking stuff, so bear with me with my cards, guys. All right. So what I'm gonna do is see here. You've got Two of Swords is got. So Two of Swords, there's a decision for somebody that is between a work decision or this negative energy. So I'm going to try to get some clarity on this here. All right. Again, this is about your journey. Remember, your future energies coming into October is about your journey and where you have been. Remember that the things that of the past and the old person that maybe you were, again, we talk about this in the new channel, is that you slough off the old self to make a place for the new self. And the thing is that that old self, sometimes those journeys, those decisions and choices were not good ones, and it left a path of maybe more low vibrational energies. But the path becomes straighter if you walk more spiritual than secular. It'll not be always be 100% straight, because we always have those things we have things happen. It's just the way it is. We're in a storm, coming out of a storm, or going into a storm. Or we might be in the still because there is something coming that you need to be paying attention to. Because somebody might be saying, well, I haven't had any troubles. I haven't had any challenges lately. Just wait. But the reason why you haven't any right now is you're supposed to be being still paying attention what Divine wants you to be doing. All right. All right. Yeah, this is definitely, so this decision that you have to make, you really need to pay attention because Mercury energy is really strong in this. Okay, Mercury energy. Oh my gosh, here we go again. So apparently there's more than one thing you're trying to decide on. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, or it's Two of the Swords. And the reason why that you're having something more to decide on is because we have the Seven of Cups. Now, there's a lot of pentacles here. You have some major decisions and communication. So you need to be sitting down and talking to somebody of wisdom that has to do with your financial situation. Don't be shy. Everybody goes through things. I mean, trust me. When I was back in my old person and my old self, I had so many financial troubles, but it was because I made really bad and poor decisions. I was not a person like I am now, where my bills are paid, there's money in savings and all that kind of stuff. But I had to hunker down and I had to sacrifice and I had to work really, really hard. So there is something coming really fast that you need to be talking to somebody about, because this is all about pentacles and a lesson to learn. Sad embrace, the sad embrace is you're not going to be able to do all the things that you could before, but you will in the future once you get your handle on your finances for somebody. Okay. This is a time to not only start thinking spiritually about your finances, if this is somebody here, but this is also too to look at things in how you're handling them. Do you see the Judgment on the bottom is earth, secular, and the spiritual is above? So you have to analyze and tell yourself, okay, I'm done with doing this. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired of being struggling and having the NSFs all the time, and not having a pot to pee in half the time, and everybody is doing stuff and I don't have any money because you're paying so much out in your NSFs. NSF means non-sufficient funds in your bank, that $35 fee or however much your bank charges. You're sick and tired of it. You got to listen to Divine. You want it straightened out? You'll get it straightened out. And you're like, well, Patty, how do I do that? Email me. I'll tell you how. All right. So here we go. That's where that is. All right. So let me go ahead and do really quick. I don't have my love cards, but let me do really, really quick 3 cards for any love relationships on Leos, please. I keep bouncing in my chair. My love relationships for Leo. Oh. Okay, so love relationships are sort of hard right now because there's a lot of communication going on, a lot of getting the elephants out of the room. This is sort of what's happening here. It's not real beneficial. You think it's not beneficial, but it is. So you have to go ahead and really communicate these things. Somebody has, again, this negative attitude in their relationships. So when somebody complains a lot, thank you. So they're saying somebody complains a lot. So the reason why you're complaining a lot is because you're looking at yourself more than the other person, trying to find the perspective of the other person. If you find the other perspective of the other person, you would complain. And if you're complaining a lot, that's very low vibrational. It's maybe not the relationship for you, or maybe you just need to learn, maybe you or that other person needs to learn more effective communication. But this is a person who thinks pessimistic. That doesn't help a relationship at all. It actually gets very wearing on a relationship. So if somebody, I feel like somebody's getting distant with somebody, it's because they're tired of hearing the complaining, or they're tired of hearing the negative side of things. So really analyze how you're handling your relationships. Because if you do, and this, I say relationships because there's family, there's friends, there's lovers, that kind of a thing. So you have many relationships. And so if you're becoming a loner, if somebody's like gradually dissipating from you, or many people are dissipating from you, it's time to realize, hey, maybe there is something I'm doing that I need to learn and grow. Ask them. I need, honestly, they might say, well, you know what? You complain a lot. No, and you say, no, I don't see. There you go, right there again, Leos. That is the thing, is that we come back, and then you have to say, do I really? I didn't realize. And then ask 3 people. If all 3 people say the same thing, that is the lesson. Where did it go? I just saw it. I just saw it. Oh, I flipped it over. No, I didn't. That is weird. I just saw it. So I saw the 3 of Pentacles. And the 3 of Pentacles is about a lesson in learning. This is weird. This is about a lesson in learning. This is about something you need to learn and grow from. Okay. But what I love is the end result is the sun. This is really a hard time, guys. Leos, this is hard because it's Mercury retrograde. We have to talk about the hardest things. We have to find out about the hardest things. We have to dig into those conversations that are really uncomfortable. Again, quieting the mind, stopping the mind for a minute and saying, what can I grow on? What can I, because if we don't get the elephant out of the room, whoops, this sad embrace is going to stick to you guys. And that low vibration is going to stick to somebody. Okay. And so we don't want that. We want to release that low vibration. But the low vibration is the conflict or the heaviness or the thing you don't want to talk about in the hard moment. But once you release that, your journey becomes a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more straight. But somebody's fighting being in spirit. Somebody doesn't want to believe in God or universe. And those are the people that usually click off my videos right away. Yeah, they don't watch because they don't want to know about divine, God, or spirit, and how that is in relation to your not only your mind, body, and soul. Okay. And that's fine. All right. So Leos, that is your reading today. Definitely. Now, please, if you have watched this and my video is blurry, please comment on it. Please. I'm having video problems. So this is a new computer. I'm trying to straighten it out. I tried to do some thumbnails from it and they came out blurry. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So hopefully this came out clear for you. But don't forget, we have the new, if you're watching this before the 2nd, new moon on the 2nd. And I will be doing a new moon reading, but it probably will be pre-recorded because of, watch the announcement, you'll know why. But the other thing too is I am going to be having another announcement again on the 15th. And I'm excited about this. God has really been working on this. He's pushing me, even though I don't want to do it, but we'll see. I'm excited, but I'm a little bit nervous because I do not feel like I am ready, but he says I am. So, all right, you guys, I hope you have a very, very good week. Get your finances under control. Stop overspending. If your credit cards are maxed out, this needs to get under control. You're thinking more secular than you are spiritual, and again, it's going to keep you in this horrible, horrible cycle. And we really, really want to get you out of that cycle, walking in truth in what divine says. All right. I hope you have a great, great week. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Remember, we're still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can do readings anywhere mobily, because YouTube won't let me do mobile until I get 1,000. So help me get to 1,000 by the end of the year, and you will have some free readings, one-on-one readings. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Love you, Leos, and have a great, great week.